Hey guys, welcome to this practice. My name is Mike. This class is going to have a focus on balancing poses. Balancing takes a lot of stability through the feet and up through the legs, and it also takes a lot of concentration in the mind. So you may end up falling once or twice or 3 times, and that's perfectly fine. Don't get discouraged. Falling is learning and it's part of the process. Above all, have fun with this class. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Let's get started. All right, guys, let's start our practice in child's pose. Crawl your fingertips forwards, press the palms of your hands down, relax your forehead on your mat. Find stillness inside your body. And take this moment to let go of all of the rest of your day. Let all your worries just roll off your shoulders. And let's just enjoy being present inside the body with the breath and the sensations for the time being. Take 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose. Feel the rise and the fall of each breath. One more deep breath. Shift your weight towards your hands. Roll forward, come into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Stack your hips on top of your knees. Spread your fingers wide. We'll go through our cat-cows here with an inhale. Drop your belly down to the ground as you gaze up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, round the middle of your spine up towards the sky. Drop your head down to the chest. And we'll keep repeating that a couple times. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round the back. Last time. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, lift your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Good, come back to a flat back here in tabletop. Spin your hands so that your fingers face the sides of your mat. And we're going to take some big circles. We'll start by going clockwise. So go ahead and shift your weight forwards towards your left hand. Then shift your weight towards your right hand. Drop the hips back towards your right heel and then over to your left heel. And keep making big circles just like this. And then we'll start to link the breath with this movement. So we'll inhale as we come forwards. Exhale as we drop back. Take one more circle, one more breath. And then do the same thing going the opposite direction. Inhale forward and exhale back. Really start to get in touch with the body. Notice where you feel the sensations of this movement. One more time. Good, and then come back to center. Spin your hands so that your fingers face the top of your mat. Slide your hands forward, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Feel free to take any movement that feels good in this first down dog. You can pedal out your feet. You can rock your hips from side to side. Maybe even shake the head yes or shake it no. Press actively through your pointer fingers. Extend through your elbows and your upper arm bones. Sink your heels down into the ground. Find stillness here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Slowly exhale out your mouth. At the bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step your feet all the way to your hands. And we'll have the feet about hips width distance on the mat. We'll come into ragdoll pose. Bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Feel free to take a little bend in your knees if that feels comfortable for you. And then either stay in stillness or option to rock side to side. 3 breaths. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, release your elbows, let your fingers fall down to your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward, drop the head, relax your back. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, reach the arms up to the ceiling, press the palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot between your hands, so feel free to take your time getting there. Once you have the foot forwards, drop your back knee down to the ground, untuck your back toes, press the top of your back foot down into your mat. With an inhale, sweep the arms up into Anjaneyasana. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Contract your left glute, and then see if you can lengthen through the sides of your body, extending the rib cage up for 3, 2, take one more breath, and 1. Plant the palms top of the mat. Keep your left hand planted down. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your right hand on top of your right knee. Slowly press your right knee away from your body, coming into galaxy pose. So you'll feel a nice stretch in the right hip here. Take 3 slow breaths. Keep working to soften into your hip. Good. 1 more breath. Good. Bring your right foot back to center. Lift your back knee, come onto your back toes. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Option to gaze up towards your right hand if it feels okay on your neck. For 3, 2, 1. Plant your right hand down top of your mat. Take a big step back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, place your foot forwards. Again, take your time here. And then you'll drop your back knee down to the mat. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Contract your right glute. Send your hips forward and down. Lift your chest for 3, 2, 1 more breath. And 1, plant the palms. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, place your hand on top of your left knee. Start to press the knee open, galaxy pose. Breathe deeply into your left hip. Soften a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And then we'll bring the left foot back to center. Plant down through the left foot. Lift your back knee. Come onto your back toes. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Low lunge. 3 breaths here. Work to spiral open through the top shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Plant the left hand down. Take a big step back, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Gaze forward. Step your feet all the way to your hands. You can keep your feet hips width distance or option to bring your big toes together here. Inhale, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, mountain pose. Extend through your fingertips, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll move through our sun salutations here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the weight of your head down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into a high plank position. Good. From here, lower your knees down to the ground, bend your elbows, lower your chest down to the mat, untuck your toes, press the tops of the feet down into the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra pose. Just lifting the chest. Keep your pelvis on the ground. Be light through your hands for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the chest down. Inhale, press up onto the hands and knees, tabletop position. Exhale, roll back downward facing dog. Find stillness in this down dog. Take 3 rounds of breath. Breathe deep and free. Good. 1 more breath. Good job. Gaze forward, step or jump your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you press down through your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your high plank. This time we'll move into a low plank, chaturanga. So bend your elbows. You can lower the knees or keep them lifted here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees, lift your chest. Gaze up. Exhale, downward dog, roll back. Pause here, 2 deep breaths. Good. Gaze to the top of the mat. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain pose. Press down through the big toes of your feet as you reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe take a baby back bend if it feels okay. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back right into your chaturanga, low plank. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Spread your scapulas together. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. 1 breath. Gaze forward, step or hop between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. Bring your big toes together if they're not already together. From here, come onto your tippy toes. So we're lifting the heels. And then sit the hips low. So we're going to come into a chair pose on the tips of the toes. Work to squeeze your inner ankles together. And see if you can lower the tailbone 6 inches lower. Hold here for 5, 4. Keep reaching through the fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, lower the heels, bring the hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. All right, guys, let's move into our balancing stuff. So we'll start with a tree pose. Lift your right foot up. Bring your right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg. Keep your hands at heart center. And then once you feel steady, option to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Find a point in front of you that's not moving. It can be on the ground or on a wall in front of you. Keep locking your eye gaze at that one point. Focusing the mind helps to stabilize the body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your foot where it is. Slowly start to bend over to the right side of the mat. So as you reach the hands to the right side, see if you can gently press your hips to the left. Try and keep your bottom foot as flat as you can. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up to center and lower the hands down, lower the foot down. Good pause here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Lift your left foot and we'll move right into the left side. So remember, if you fall with any of these poses, that's okay. It's nothing to get down on yourself about. Be as steady as you can as we start off on this side. Keep the hands at heart center or reach them up to the ceiling. Again, find a point to lock your eye gaze on. Be as still as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to bend over to the left side as you send your hips to the right. Lengthen through the right side of your body. 5. Breathe deeply. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up to center. Lower the hands down and lower your foot down. Good job. From here, lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingertips. Place the palms of your hands right below your right knee and then hug your right knee in towards the right side of your chest. Get your spine as straight as you can. Flex your right foot, so pull your right toes up towards the ceiling. Hold for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, 1. Listen closely. Keep hugging your right knee in towards the chest, but release the leg with your hands. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring your right thumb and pointer finger to touch. Place the right wrist on top of your right knee. So we're in this hand mudra. Extend your right elbow. Hold for 5, 4, 3. Keep pressing through the left leg. 2, 1, bring the hands to heart center, lift the right knee, and then slowly start to kick your right leg behind you, coming into warrior 3. So we'll bring the chest parallel to the ground. Extend through your right leg. Keep the hands at heart center or reach the arms forward for 5. 4, breathe deeply. 3, 2, 1, slowly come back up. And then lower the right foot down. Relax your hands to your sides. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out the mouth. Good job. Lift your left knee up towards the chest. Interlace your fingertips below the knee. Hug the leg as high as you can. Lengthen through the top of your head. Flex your left foot. Hold here for 5. 4. Try and straighten your right leg as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. Keep hugging the left knee upwards. Release the leg with the hands. Extend the right arm up. Bring your left thumb and pointer finger to touch. Extend your other 3 fingers. Place the wrist on top of the knee. Straighten your left arm. 5, 4, 3. Anchor down through your right big toe. 2, 1. Slowly bring the hands to heart center. Start to kick your left leg behind you. Warrior number 3. Bring your chest parallel to the ground. Hold here. 5, 4. Option to reach the arms forward. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up and lower down. Relax your hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Good work. Kick your right foot behind you. Grab your right foot from the inside of the foot. So you can either bring your right hand to the inner foot or you can bring it to the ankle if that's more comfortable for you. Reach your left arm forwards, parallel to the ground. Slowly start to kick your right foot upwards into your hand, coming into dancer pose. Feel the opening in your inner right shoulder as you kick back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, kick a little higher. And 1, slowly come back to center. Try and keep the balance. And lower the right foot down. Ground down through the right foot. Kick your left foot behind you. Grab the inside of the foot or the ankle. Extend your right arm forwards. Start to activate into the right leg. Slowly kick back. Keep extending the right arm forwards for 5, 4. Feel the sensation in the right leg. Not gonna last forever. This too shall pass. For 3, keep kicking up. 2, kick a little higher. And 1, slowly come back and lower down. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. Good work. Lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Wrap your right leg on top of your left leg. If you have a lot of flexibility, you might be able to bring your right toes behind your left ankle. I don't think I can get there today myself. Once you have the leg position, wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. Eagle pose. Drop your hips slightly lower. 5. Lift your elbows, spread your shoulder blades. 4. Be in stillness. 3, 2, 1. Slowly stand up, unwrap, lower down. Lift your left knee up, wrap the left leg over the right leg. And then the left arm is going to go underneath the right arm. Drop the hips, bend into the right knee. Hold here for 5, 4, 3. Lift the elbows. 2, and 1. Slowly stand up and lower the left foot down. Okay, our last balancing pose here. Lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Place your right hand on top of your right knee. Stand up nice and tall. Stay here or grab your right big toe with your peace fingers and then extend your right leg straight. If you have the big toe, don't feel pressure to get your right leg all the way straight. It can be a little bit bent. That's perfectly fine. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly open the right leg towards the right side of your mat. Keep pulling backwards through your left hip. Stand up nice and tall. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Keep your balance. And release. Lower the right foot down. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Lift your left knee up. Place your left hand on top of the left knee. Bring your right hand to anchor on your right hip. Press down through your right leg. Get it as straight as you can. Stay here or bring your peace fingers to your left big toe and then extend the leg out. For 3, 2, 1 more breath. 1. Slowly open the leg to the left side. 3, 2. Pull back through the right hip. 1. Slowly come back to center. And release and lower. Fantastic job. Bring your feet together, top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into downward dog, or if you'd like to take a vinyasa on your way back, feel free. Gaze forward. We're gonna jump the feet so that they land on the sides of your hands in a Malasana prayer squat. Have fun with it. Gaze forward, a little hop. Land the feet next to the hands in our prayer squat. So the toes are pointing slightly outwards. Bring the hands to heart center. Lift the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. All right, guys, let's play with an arm balance here. So plant your palms. We'll either take crow pose or baby crow. If you are comfortable with either of them, feel free to go for it at your own pace. I'm going to demo both of them. If you're new to these poses, crow pose, you're going to bring your knees to the backs of your arms. I like to bring the knees down on top of the elbows, actually. So you can play with what position feels comfortable. And then you can play with lifting one foot at a time. Eventually, we'll lift both feet off of the ground. If that is a little bit uncomfortable for you, try a baby crow. So you're going to bring your forearms down onto the mat. Again, knees are going to come towards the backs of the arms. And this time, again, you're just going to lift one foot or maybe both feet off of the ground. If you're super comfortable in crow pose, I invite you to play with a jump back today. So after you take a couple breaths in crow pose, you'll shift the chest forward as you kick the feet back, landing in your low plank, and then go through vinyasa back into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths to play with whatever you're working on. And let's all meet back in downward dog in a couple moments. So finishing up here, we'll make our way back into downward dog. I hope you have a smile on your face after that. Don't take it too seriously. It's just yoga. From here, drop your knees down towards your mat and go ahead and come onto your back. We'll come right into a bridge pose. So we'll slide the heels all the way up towards the hips and then lift the hips up to the ceiling. Option to interlace your fingertips behind your back. And then start to walk your shoulder blades towards each other to create even more of an arch in your back. Drive down through your heels to lift your hips up. Take 5 deep breaths. Two more breaths. And slowly make your way down onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall open towards the sides of your mat. Bring your left hand on top of your heart and your right hand on top of your belly. Maybe allow your eyes to close. Another 5 breaths here. When we focus our mind on the breath, the mind in that moment becomes present, because the breath never happens in the past and it never happens in the future. It only happens in the present moment. So when we anchor the mind on the breath, we automatically become present for as long as we're able to stay focused on the breath. So like this, the breath is kind of a gateway into the present moment, not only in our yoga practice, but also in our everyday life as well. From here, hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, take 3 rolls up and down the length of your mat, massaging your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. And we'll land at the top of the mat, and then go ahead and extend your legs straight out. Bring your big toes together. Flex your feet, so pull your toes backwards towards your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs, Paschimottanasana. Grab your ankles or the sides of your feet, maybe the big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, lift your head. Exhale, fold, drop the forehead down to the knees. Take 5 breaths here. Two more breaths. start to lift your chest back up. And then go ahead and make your way onto your back. So we'll finish up with our inversion sequence. Option to take a waterfall pose, lifting the legs up to the ceiling, low back flat on the ground. Maybe bring the hands, stack them on top of each other, bring them underneath your back, or bring a block there. Shoulder stand pose, hands to the low back, feet extend up, and then you'll start to crawl your hands up towards the mid back as high as you can get the hands. If you'd like to play with a headstand today, I would recommend coming to a wall if you have one nearby. I'll demo a tripod headstand if that's something you're interested in playing with. So you're going to bring the crown of your head down on the mat. Again, if you're doing it next to a wall, you're going to do it so that your fingertips are facing towards the wall. And then you're going to crawl your hands far back enough so that you can see the tips of your fingers. So that's very important that you're able to see the tips of your fingers. That ensures that your base of support is big enough to have a lot of stability here. Then you're going to start by bending one knee, hugging your heel towards your glute. And then if you're comfortable, you can lift both of your feet. So we're in this tuck position. This is a great place to hang out. If you're new to headstand, I would just hang out here today. If you're comfortable here, if you feel like it's safe, you can extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your ankles together. So wherever you are, find stillness in your inversion. Find the breath. If you're in shoulder stand pose, option to move into plow pose, dropping the legs behind the head and interlacing the fingertips if the toes touch. If you feel like it's more stable to keep the hands on your low back in plow pose, that's perfectly fine too. If you're in headstand, slowly start to make your way back down and take a rest in child's pose for a couple breaths. If you're in waterfall shoulder stand or plow pose, slowly start to roll out onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. And we'll all meet on our back. From here, hug the knees into the chest. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, right below your left knee, coming into a figure four stretch. So you can interlace your fingertips, place the palms of your hands on the back of your left knee, and then gently start to pull the left knee towards your body until you feel a nice amount of stretch in your right hip. Focus your mind on that sensation inside your right hip. Notice the flux and the flow of the sensations as they change from moment to moment. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Let's take 1 more bonus breath. And then switch the legs. Feel free to shake out your right leg a little bit if you need to. Left ankle will cross on top of the right thigh. It might feel good for you to flex your left foot here. For some people, that feels better on the left knee. find the stretch. Find the stretch not just physically, right? So we want to position our body enough so that we feel the stretch, but then find it mentally. Focus the mind on the sensation in the left hip. And just observe the impermanence of the sensations as they arise and pass. Take 2 more breaths. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Keep the right knee hugging in. Extend the left leg straight towards the top of your mat. Drop the heel down to the top of the mat. And then we'll come into a supine twist. Cross your right knee over to the left side of your body. Open your right arm to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. And start to come back to center. We'll switch the legs. Right leg extends, left knee hugs in. Drop the left knee open to the right side. Extend the left arm open to the left side. 3 deep breaths. Try and make your exhales as slow as you can. Try and breathe so that you can hear both your inhale and your exhale. One more breath. Come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, right below the knees. Ground your low back down into the mat. Squeeze the thighs into the rib cage. And then lift your forehead up to the knees. Curl up tightly. Hold here for 3. Squeezing everything together. 2. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out your mouth. Release your legs. Open your arms. Savasana pose. Find stillness. Find a position of comfort. Allow your eyes to close. Feel the sensations inside your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold the breath at the top of the inhale. And then slowly sigh it out your mouth. Let go a little bit more. Surrender into the moment. Go ahead and place the palms of your hands on top of your belly button. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Feel your belly button rise up to the ceiling as you inhale. Again, hold the breath at the top. And exhale out your mouth. Reach your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Like you're just waking up in the morning. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto either your right or left side, coming into a fetal position. Pause here for a moment. And start to make your way up to a seated position, top of your mat. And keep your eyes closed. Take a couple rolls with the shoulders. And then find stillness. Soften your eyelids. Soften your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Place the palms at heart center. And we'll finish our practice with one last deep breath. An inhale in through the nose. And an exhale out through the mouth. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Mike. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback for me, let me know. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you again soon.